Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Whoops, my camera wasn't facing. Sorry. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today is Tuesday, April 1st. Yay! April is here. We have made it through winter in this part of the world where I am. I know in some places I think it's fall, but here it is April. We have had some strange snowstorms in Maine, but the snow is finally clearing away. I'm not saying we might not have more, but at any rate, I just wanted to jump on here and do a quick reading or card pull for April. My guides just gave me that little snippet to do as I was meditating this morning. I haven't been on here as much because I am trying to dedicate myself to more meditation. So, walking in the morning, I've dedicated myself to not missing days of doing that and getting myself to do it, getting my blood flowing, getting my energy going, and then meditating for 20 minutes straight. That doesn't sound like a lot of time, but I have a lot of trouble calming my mind. Somebody else can put me under hypnosis or get me into meditation, but when I try it myself or do it myself, my mind wanders, all these thoughts come in. So I've just decided that I need to stick to it and try and stick to at least 20 minutes. And I've been doing that for a few days and really trying to focus on that. I want to bring you guys more clear messages, more clear channeled messages. And to do that, I really need to dedicate myself to meditating more. That is a message that I received when my daughter had a reading with a medium, a psychic medium that I'm very familiar with, and she gave her a message about me. And I was like, okay, Lisa, you need to wake up and commit and stop pussyfooting around with stuff. You need to get serious. Okay, so that's out of the way. I also want to tell you a lot of information about each month comes out on a channel I follow called Jamie Butler. I think it might be Jamie Butler, the Everyday Medium. And every month, just before the new month, she does a live channeling. So you can go to her YouTube channel and you can listen to that. And she gives specific dates, stones that are good for the month, days that are good for certain things. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So April is bringing in on the 12th the full pink moon in Libra. April 12th, full pink moon in Libra. That's a Saturday. I love it when these fall on the weekend because then I can do some more dedicated time to putting my crystals out and getting things done. So Saturday, April 12th, full pink moon in Libra. This is a good time for balancing your own energy, for balancing anything that is happening with the people around you. It's a good time with this full pink moon in Libra for peacekeeping, right? And then on April 17th, from Jamie Butler's live channeling, this is a good day to write. So April 17th, Thursday, April 17th, the energies and the alignment of the planets, I don't know how she does it. She channels a person or a soul or an entity named Maitland. And Maitland brings through these dates. And I have followed this and listened to these for over a year. And it's pretty spot on. So if you journal, if you're writing a book, if you write poetry, if you want to write letters, April 17th is the day. And then Jamie Butler, Maitland, through Jamie Butler, says on April 19th, this is the day to turn over a new leaf. This is another Saturday. This is the Saturday after the full pink moon in Libra. So Saturday, April 19th is the day to turn over a new leaf. Is there something that you've been wanting to start doing? Do you want to start doing something more? Do you want to commit to something different for you personally in your life? April 19th is the day to start. And then April 27th, which I believe in Jamie Butler's live, I believe the 27th was significant, I think, for connecting with spirit. I don't know. You'll have to go listen to it. But I don't have that written down. I put some reminders in my phone for myself on the 17th and 19th. So on April 27th, which is a Sunday, is the new flower moon in Taurus. So Sunday, April 27th is going to be a day for stability, to ground yourself. Taurus is that earth sign. Also, Tauruses love beautiful things around them. Sunday, April 27th, great day for spring cleaning or even fall cleaning if you're in that part of the world, to beautify your space, bring in some flowers, feel grounded and stable in your living space. So there are a few dates for you to be thinking about for this month. We'll see what my guides lead me to do for the month of April, what they want me to bring through, if they want me to continue with, coffee cup, tarot, whatever they want. I'm tuning in and committing to meditating because I'm trying to figure out where they want me to go. I am here as a channel for my guides to do what they want to use me for, basically. I've said, I'm here on this physical earth. I can get messages out for you. Imagine. Oh, it's so funny that came out because as I was shuffling, I saw that card and then it comes out. So we're using The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. And this is what I was guided to. And then we're using the Enchanted Map Oracle, also by Colette Baron Reid. She has some beautiful decks. Absolutely beautiful decks. So this next one is the Enchanted Map Oracle. If I could just get my shuffling game together. I hope you're all doing well. I really do. I hope that April 1st finds you not getting any pranks pulled, since it is April Fool's Day. All right, let's see. What do we have from the Enchanted Map Oracle? This is to do with the month of April. What are we supposed to be focusing on, Spirit? What do you want us to think about? What do you want us to be doing? How should, besides, all those dates, my guides don't give me wrong information to give you. I trust them completely. So, besides those dates that you had me put out there, imagine and follow the leader. Follow the leader. Wow. Okay. Imagine is a beautiful blue card. And we will look at that in a minute. Let me just see. I can't remember. Is there a number on this? 20. It's right there in front of you, Lisa. Oh my gosh. Number 20, imagine. I didn't want to pull I just felt, for some reason, they wanted me to pull these cards on camera. Lots of times I shuffle and meditate and focus and get the oracle cards out first so I don't have to take all this time shuffling and finding it in the book. So 20, you can see on this Imagine card, it is a beautiful blue card. This person is standing there with a string tied to a crescent moon. 20 pairs down to a 2, which is balance and choice. We just were talking about the 12th being a balancing day with that full moon in Libra. So let's see. Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity and illusions. So with this Imagine card, and I know, it sounds like a broken record, in order to manifest, you have to feel what it's like. So in this month of April, if there's something that you want to manifest, feel as if you have it. The example I often give is if you want to buy a new car, go test drive it and remember how you feel driving it and feel that feeling over and over. If you want a new home or a new job, feel what it would be like to be already in that home or already in that job. Bringing imagery to manifestation also has to do with vision boards. If you have a vision board or you've created a vision board, take some time this month of April to focus on those visions. I have many things, pictures I've cut out of magazines. Magazines aren't super popular anymore because everything is online, but I have had those things come completely true. I've designed homes. When we were looking to buy a house, we talked about it, my husband and I, and said, all we need is like a 2-bedroom with a full basement. And that's exactly what we have. That's exactly what we have. We were outbid on different styles of homes, different types of homes, different sizes of homes. But when it came to this home, it was smooth sailing. We got it, and it was exactly what we had talked about. 1-floor living, 2 bedrooms with a full basement, and we have it. So I know that it works when you focus your intentions. All right, now the next one is follow the leader. This is number 40. That's a 4. And funny, we have 20 and 40, right? 4s are stability. This is what we talked about with the Taurus new moon on the 27th, was stability. So in both of these decks, we had a card that comes out that matches with the moon cycles for April. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. My guides are amazing. So follow the leader. There's a tree with a clock in it, funny enough, and then there's a path. There is a fairy on the path. There is a goose. There is a duck. There is a baby duck, and there is something else that it looks like an inchworm. And there is also another low-flying bird there. Flying. Oops. I'm looking at the wrong. Okay, I pulled out page 20 because I was talking about 20. Flying is good too. Yeah, flying is good. I'm so sorry, guys. This is just me. This is how it is. Number 40, follow the leader. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. Yes, they are. So what leader are you following, and what kind of a leader are you being, right? What leader are you following, and what kind of a leader are you being? Every life is a teaching tool for others. Who is around you? Who can you look to learn from? How can you be an example to others as a good leader? You're being called to lead others by example. Oh, yes, just what I said. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. Oh my goodness, I love this. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Yes, this year of 2025, many, many more of us are going to be called to be stand up and be leaders, to stand up and help others, to stand up and use our life's lessons as examples for others to learn from, right? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. So in April 2025, when this is what we're talking about, they're saying on the 19th, that day that it says you can turn over a new leaf, that is a good day to decide, okay, from now on, I am going to be my true authentic self, and I am going to be a good leader, if only by my example, if only by how I act at work, how I interact with people, how I interact with my family, my spouse, my partner, my lover, my friends. I am now going to stand up and be that authentic person and be that leader that I need to be. I am going to help others because of the lessons that I have learned, or by the lessons that I have learned. I am going to share what I have learned, and I am going to help other people. Yes. All right. Using the Angel Wisdom Tarot, I think is it Radley Valentine? I think so. Sorry if it isn't, but I'm pretty sure from memory that's who it is. All right, let's get some tarot out here. Let's see what the message is. Let's get some tarot and see what the message is. Okay. Well, 3 fell out. Okay, the order is that and that and that. Okay, we'll get to those in a minute. Thank you, Spirit. The Hermit. Yeah, go within. Thank you, thank you. That's what I was talking about in the beginning of this video. how I'm taking time to commit to meditation, and it isn't easy, and I understand that. But people, that is the key to connecting with your own gut, with your own intuition, with your guides, with Source, with God, Jesus, Mother Mary, whoever, right? It's meditating. Some people have often said prayer is the question and meditation is where you get the answer. Okay? So, all right, let's see. What else? Spirit, anything else? What's going on here? No, okay. So we got 3 cards from this deck. All right, let's see what they are. We'll take them. Okay. 6 of Wands. This is celebrating you. Victory. Wise choices that bring public recognition and success. Promotions, awards, or scholarships, right? Wise choices. This to me harkens back to talking about being that leader that has integrity, right? Being that leader that has integrity. Sorry, I'm just trying to. All right, and then the second card is the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. What are you going to do with all that you know? Oh, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Thank you. All right. Seeds well planted. Efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience. A time for resting and planning for the future. Unnecessary worry. Well, we don't want to go down the path of unnecessary worry, but the 7 of Pentacles is all about what you've created and what you're going to do with it. Are you just going to leave it there? Are you going to leave those flowers of knowledge there, or are you going to share them with others? This is a really good month, very energizing. Please, I really highly recommend that you listen to that Jamie Butler channeling for the month of April on her YouTube channel. If I can, I will put the link in the description box for you. I'm sure I can, but will I remember? I hope I will. Okay, the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo energy, right? Virgo energy being perfectionism, right? And we don't want to hold ourselves to that kind of a standard. Leave perfectionism behind. And I have somewhere in a notebook, I want to see where I wrote that. I don't think I wrote it. It's in a notebook. Shoot, I don't have it in here. I just wrote that at the top page of a notebook where I'm developing a course on how to connect more with your intuition. And right at the top of the page, it says something like, don't worry about being perfect or leave. I don't remember, but this message is coming through now. I just love how my guides work. They gave me that, they planted that seed, like that previous card said, about that in me a few days ago when I wrote that. Time spent in peaceful meditation. I'm sorry, I don't know why my arm is shaking. Must be the frequency, the energy. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor. Self-discovery. What did we just have saying with the Follow the Leader card, right? Bringing things to fruition. Maybe some of you have wanted to have a class, give a talk, put out a Facebook message, a YouTube message, an Instagram message. Maybe you really feel like you have something to say. You know what? Do it, right? Nothing will happen if you don't start. You know, you have to start somewhere, okay? You have to start somewhere. That's what I told myself. I know I've said it. If you've heard me say it before, I heard another a person on YouTube, and she was saying, I started this channel 5 years ago, and yes, I was afraid to do it. And if you look at my videos from 5 years ago, they're nothing like they are today. But if I hadn't made that first video, I would be nowhere right now. And that day, I decided that I was going to start my YouTube channel. And I'm really glad I did. I love it. I love coming to you guys. King of Swords, words. 8 of Swords, trapping yourself with your own thoughts. Page of Cups, you need some vulnerability, some self-love, right? Okay, let's start with this. Thank you, Spirit. They're already giving me things to say, and I'm not. Okay. King of Swords. This king wants the truth, wants to get to the truth, wants to tell the truth, wants to say the truth, wants you to say the truth, wants you to be authentic, right? He is there with that sword. It kind of reminds me of Archangel Michael a little bit, where cutting the cords of things that no longer serve you is going to be very important this month, okay? This King of Swords, he pulls no punches. I often think of this as Aquarius energy. They're very intelligent, but just says things like it is. Sometimes it's like me as a Sagittarius, we put our foot in our mouth. Aquarius can have some of those same traits where they tend to be like, oh, come on, stop thinking that, or stop saying that, or stop doing that, or come on, you know better than this, right? And then right after, we have the Eight of Swords. This person is keeping themselves trapped with their own thoughts. Swords are words, thoughts, communication, right? Or you're letting somebody else keep you in here. Don't let somebody else keep you small when you know what you were put here to do, right? Take off the blindfold, unchain that. These chains are loosely wrapped, meaning you're not trapped at all. You're not trapped at all. You can get out of that. And then the Page of Cups. Pages are typically messengers. They're novices. They're new at things. We talked about meditation. We had it come out again with the Hermit, right? It's okay if you can only do it for 5 minutes. But I implore you to start a practice where you are in quiet solitude. Even if you have to set a timer for 5 minutes and you try it for 5 minutes for a week, and then 6 and 7 and 8 and 10, and before you know it, you can meditate for 20 minutes, right? That's my commitment. Now, I've been meditating for a long time, not every day like I should, probably not even every 3 days. I meditate when I'm doing readings and before I'm going to read for a sign, but I haven't committed to meditating just for myself. And in the past, my guides have pretty much like jerked me out of whatever I was doing and made me lie down and meditate. I've talked about this before. So now I know that I need to commit to that, especially when that psychic medium gave my daughter that message about me, and I was like, I am going to pay attention. If my guides wanted to get a message to me in that way, and that's how they had to do it because I'm not listening, I'm listening now, right? That was my daughter's reading with that medium. And she said, the medium said, if your mom has so much psychic energy, and if she would just take the time to meditate, she would connect in so much deeper. And that's what I want to do, okay? I'm sorry, I digress. All right. So April energies, let's go back over this. Imagine, right? Your vision board, your meditation, your feelings of what you want. If you want a business as a Reiki person or a massage therapist, you need to feel what it's like to have those clients, to be practicing on them, right? New car, same idea, everything I talked about. Follow the leader. What kind of leader are you being? And you are being called to lead, right? Anybody who is watching these types of videos on YouTube, you are being called to shine your light, okay? 6, right? 6 of Wands, victory, wise choices. What are your wise choices? How will you lead? Will you commit to this light, bright, lightened, enlightened life? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. 7 of Earth, 7 of Pentacles, seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded, right? The need for patience, right? Be patient with that meditation, right? The Hermit, Virgo energy, perfectionism you don't want to get caught up in, right? That is a battle for most Virgos, is they get kind of stuck because they want everything to be perfect before they take a step. It's very difficult. Every sign has their own challenges, right? Mine as a Sagittarius is, well, having big hips and trying to keep those down and putting my foot in my mouth because sometimes I'm blunt. That is what I have to deal with as a Sagittarian, right? Leos can sometimes get into being a little bit too arrogant and always wanting to be the center of attention, right? We all have our battles. But anyway, with Virgo, with the Hermit energy, time to go within. I love this beautiful card. It is so beautiful. I believe this is Angel Raziel. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Do it, people. Do it, do it, do it. Shine your light as an example to others, okay? And with this King of Swords, cut the cords to anything that doesn't serve you, that no longer serves you. Get rid of it. Use the King of Swords or Archangel Michael or whoever you want to use to get rid of the stuff that's holding you back, right? Those thoughts, those limiting beliefs that you have or that others you're letting in, that others are thinking or saying. I can't even talk fast enough for what Spirit has given me. The Page of Cups. Messages cannot get in without quiet time. Your gut, your intuition, your guides, they cannot talk to you if you're always busy, busy, busy. Always listening, looking, TV, videos, games, I don't know, scrolling. You have to allow some quiet time. And please commit to that. This is what they're telling me very, very strongly. Very, very strongly right now. Okay? All right. We're going to get a card from the main oracle deck. I love these cards. They were the artwork and the poems, I call them poems. The sayings on the cards were developed by Dorette Amel. She is from Maine, and she called this the Maine Oracle deck, and I absolutely love it. Okay, what do we have for the month of April to go along with what we've been talking about? Meditation, oh my gosh, the crybaby. Okay, are we whining? Yeah, I was doing some whining as I was meditating. Like I was saying to my guides, see, my mind will not stay empty. Don't be a crybaby, Lisa. Okay, 42, that's number 6. Your second 6 of the reading. 6 of fire, 6 of wands, right? Now we have the crybaby. When one is not at liberty to throw a tantrum properly, invoke the crybaby. One may trust when things go bust, the crybaby will have a tantrum for you. Okay, I've never pulled this card before. How funny. When one is not at liberty to throw a tantrum properly, invoke the crybaby. One may trust when things go bust, the crybaby will have a tantrum for you. So I don't know who can be your crybaby, but I guess what they're saying is when you can't have a tantrum, maybe you can tantrum, I don't know. When you're upset, maybe you can visualize a mini you being upset, but you're not letting it out. I don't know. That's a new one to me, Dorette. That is a new one to me. The crybaby. Invoke the crybaby. I don't know. Interesting. I learn something new every time I do this. Every single time I do this. I love bringing this. So in the month of April, you may not be able to have an outward tantrum or be upset. Maybe something happens at work and you just can't express yourself. And you need to, oh, I love that. You need to invoke the crybaby. So I don't know. Maybe you can do that in meditation. Dragonfly magic. I embrace my transformation. Yeah, remember? On the 19th, turning over a new leaf. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. Yes, you are. And the deer, one of my favorites. Love. Remember in this card, self-love, right? Be patient with yourself. We also had needing patience. With the 7 of Earth, 7 of Pentacles. Be gentle with yourself, guys and gals. You heal with the power of love. Yourself and others. I'm adding that. Spirit has given it to me. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Yes. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, for the month of April, turning over a new leaf, committing to some quiet time. If the word meditation turns you off, then just say quiet time, right? Visualize, vision boards, follow the leader, be a good leader, be sure you're following good leaders. Take that time for yourself. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give the video a thumbs up. I would so, so, so appreciate that. Thank you again. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.